Are you confused about the letter writing and email formats? Not to worry, this lesson will cover these in details so that you never have to worry about them anymore. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe down below and click the bell button to be notified every single time I post a video about learning English. Okay, let's go straight into the lesson. So for letter and email writing, how can you tackle your situational writing? What will we be covering through today? The format between the formal and informal letter, as well as the format between the formal and informal email. At the end of the lesson, you will find that they are very similar and there's a certain logic that goes into these formats. So you don't have to be memorizing them. You just have to understand the logic and apply them accordingly. Okay, so let's look at the formal and informal letter format. We will start first with the sender's address. So you want to let your receiver know who this letter came from and where they can reply to. Secondly is your date, the date that you've written the letter. Next, we'll go on to the receiver's address. So the person receiving the address, be it the principal in a formal letter or NRLE in an informal letter. Why is it that we write the receiver's address in the third portion? We typically fold a letter into three, and this will be what's showing in the window of your letter if you have seen one. So that's why it will be at this certain position. Similar for an informal letter. Then the difference between a formal and informal letter is for a formal letter, you may not know who you are writing to. So you will write dear sir or madam if you do not know who the person is. And if you are writing dear sir and madam, which means to a person you do not know, then your ending will be a yours faithfully. Whereas if you are writing to a person that you are aware of the person's name, say, dear Mr. Tan, your ending will be yours sincerely. So this is something that you have to take note. At the end, right, after you've written your dear sir or madam, you start with the subject of your letter. Then the details of your letter, yours faithfully or yours sincerely, you sign off and write your full name. Whereas for informal letter, it is very similar with the sender's address starting first, the date, and then the receiver's address, but you will not address someone that you are close to, say maybe your uncle or your cousin or your friend. You won't say Mr. So you will put, say, dear Anna, for example, if it's your cousin. Then we'll go to the subject of the letter, and the ending words will be a lot less detached. So you will use words such as regards, best wishes, and cheers, and you just sign off your name because Anna would have known who's the one that's writing to her already. Okay, now moving on to the formal email and informal email. Both formal and informal email will start with the two email address, who you're sending the email to, the from email address, as well as the subject. What is the subject of this email? The only difference is with who you are addressing it to. So very similarly to your formal and informal letter, you are writing dear sir or madam to someone that you do not know, or dear Mr. Chan to someone you know. And the ending will be very similarly, yours faithfully for someone you do not know, and yours sincerely for someone you know. So at the end, you will indicate your name, Mr. Jerry Lee. You will end off with a Mr. because it is something formal, you want to give the salutation. Whereas for an informal letter, say you are addressing to Tom, who is your cousin or your friend, you will not need a Mr., right? And your ending Similar to your informal letter, it will be regards, best wishes, or cheers, something that's more friendly, and you just simply end off with your first name, such as Jerry here. So did this lesson bring you some clarity on the formats of email and letter writing? Comment down below and let me know. If you're struggling to improve your English grades, I'd love to help you. Check out the description box on how you can reach me. You can also watch this video over here on more O-level English learning content. So happy holidays, and as a new challenge to myself, I've decided to sing a short snippet at the end of every video. So enjoy! Can you guess what song this is? I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. Let me know your answer down below. See you!